How are you? It's been a pretty rough week, and by the time this comes out, you will probably know that my beautiful, smart, so loving daughter passed away. Kind of tough. Really tough. A lot of questions, a lot of asking of God, what, why this? A lot of anger. Now, I probably should not be doing a video right about now, but the videos help me. You do not have to watch, especially if it's uncomfortable. And I'm not going to tell you that I'm good with it or that she's in a better place, because I think her place is here with her baby and with us and her husband and her brother and her sisters. I am going to tell you that we learned from this. We learned who she is as an adult and the connections that she made to people. And the other thing we learned was how good people can be and are. So Kenny wrote a letter. I'm going to read the letter, and it explains what I'm talking about. To all our family and friends, today our daughter, Colleen Ann Macer Siri, has passed away into heaven. And as we tell you this, we feel our hearts being torn out of our chests with grief. This is a nightmare no parent should have to go through. We, along with Craig's parents, also named Colleen and Craig, are trying to come to grips with how this could happen to a young 31-year-old loving mother of an 8-month-old beautiful daughter. 5 days ago, or a week ago, there was nothing wrong with her. And suddenly, she developed blood clots in her brain. It spread quickly to her entire brain, causing a stroke and massive blood loss. An emergency operation could not stop the bleeding, and she was sent to a room with no hope of living through the night, or maybe even an hour. But by the grace of God, she survived that night, as we all slept in the room by her side. And the following day, so many family members and friends came to be with her, it overwhelmed us. And as we slept another night by her side the next day, there were more family and friends. As she lay in the bed and she wasn't able to move, we saw some hope as she moved her arms slightly to our voices, and more people told her to fight and hold on, and all the time our hearts are being torn from our chests. The following day, the entire hospital staff fought along with Colleen to keep her alive again, and she gave us a small amount of hope that she might survive, but the reports were not good, and everybody was praying for a miracle. And we were given a gift to have Colleen with us for just another day, as we all spent another night sleeping by her side, praying and hoping for a miracle. The following day, the doctors told us there was no hope of meaningful life as she lay in bed on a respirator. The brain stem was getting crushed from the bleeding, and our disbelief had come true as she was pronounced dead at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, even though her heart was still beating. We felt the need to preserve her legacy, and we're going to donate her organs with the hope that another young mother can see her daughter grow up. All the while, Colleen's daughter, Scarlett Elizabeth, wonders where her mom is. Even through all this sorrow and grief, it has brought us some relief knowing that others may be able to live from Colleen's organs. This is how we know she would have wanted it. She gave so much to others, and even as she lay dead, she is still giving to others. All the time, her heart still beats. The process started by New Jersey Sharing Network was completed in 48 hours to find matches for each organ. We went from having no hope of her living hours or even one day to knowing that Colleen's heart is still beating. And we thank the entire staff at Robert Wood Johnson Hospital. Our daughter was healthy, and something happened that we don't know about. And she went through a week where we had ups and downs as to whether maybe she might make it or won't. And the whole time, people were coming. People were coming to the hospital. People I knew, people I did not know. Colleen connected with so many people. And they all came. And they all loved her. And they all told me stuff about her. And they all said, what can I do? And the people who work at the hospital would cry with us, had compassion for us, did their best to help this young woman. The families that were on the floor with us, we connected because they're in the same boat that we are. And they were caring about her. So this is what I have learned. I've learned that I'm angry at God. I have learned that I don't know how long it takes to get through that. I have learned that I do not think this was right. But I also learned that there are good, loving, incredible people. And some of them work at the hospital, and some of them work at schools, and some of them walk down the street. I've learned that Colleen connected with so many people who love her. And I don't know, maybe God sent them to us. There was this incredible woman at the hospital that was doing the cleaning. And she saw Kenny curled up on a couch in the hallway. And she went out and she came back and she had a warm blanket and a pillow. And she put it over him. And he said, why? Why? And she said, you needed it. You needed the comfort. The doctor who told us there was no hope, with tears running down his face while he said it, crying for my baby. The nurses who would come in and look at the pictures and ask about her and remember what we told her and taking care of her. The whole staff who came in when there was an issue, when she couldn't breathe, there were 20 people in her room taking care of her. The friends that came every day just to say, I love you. The people who called me and texted me, and all of us, to say, I need to do something. The people who contributed to a fund that we set up for Craig and Scarlett. So instead of going in the Bible and teaching a lesson, this is to thank you. To thank the staff at the hospital. To thank the people that Colleen worked with and went to school with and grew up with. To thank the people that are our friends that we work with and are friends with. To thank the people that take care of Scarlett. All the people that said, bring your dog in and we will groom your dog for nothing. Bring Scarlett to school and we won't charge you. We have money that we need to send to somebody, we're going to send it to you. There are good people in this world. And I think I met a lot of them this past week. So I'm going to grieve, and I'm going to scream, and I'm going to be angry. We're all going to be like that. But one tiny little spot in my brain and my heart is set aside for the people of this world who love so deeply and care so much and are angry with us. Our friends that made us eat and talked and listened and hugged and understood and have a little bit of fear that if it could happen with us, it could happen to anybody. So go home and hug your kids and hug your parents and thank God for the blessings that you have, and I am going to thank God for the angels that he sent to us. Please have a good week and know that I love you and I miss you. But we'll be together soon. Take care.